Hello,
Oh, hello, Marco.
how you doing?
Fine. Still onboarding on the contributor part, but yes, still fully in love with the GitLab processes.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes, yes,
Fantastic.
really.
Uh,
And you, Marco, how was your week?
pretty good, thanks. I can't complain too much. Let's see if Lee's joining.
Of course he will. He's a boss. He need to. He need to
Yeah,
join.
he usually joins, but I know he was probably going to London with Raymond, so let's see. And he is not joining us, but that's not an issue because, yeah, as I suspected, he's meeting up with Raymond in London. But yeah, that's all good. Okay, so is there anything that you would like to have a look at? Otherwise, I have a one MR that I'm pretty close to finishing, and we can have a look at that. Or yeah, if any of you has anything to ask or have a look at, feel free to tell me.
Not new on my side, not new things, but maybe there is three other person. Maybe they want to take the mic.
In the meantime, I'm quickly going to. Oh, well, it's already recording. Okay, so we can let Lee know. Okay.
Yeah, I have one merge request that I'm trying to do, and I'm getting all sorts of linting issues and everything. Trying to pull up the merge request right now.
Okay. I will close a bunch of stuff so that I can also have a look at my quick MR. If we have time.
I'm trying to find my pipeline issue. Um,
Oh, that's the one. It's being so slow today.
All right, the code instance is finishing setting up real quick.
Yep. And I have mine working if it's needed.
Come on.
Do you have the link to the MR so that I can open it on my side and
Yeah.
have a look in the meantime?
Yep. Let me grab that real quick.
Yep. Nice.
All right, let me paste that in chat.
Mm-hmm.
So what this one is it's moving admin email notifications to its own test file. So essentially, pretty simple in theory. You take
Okay.
and move all the stuff over to a new file,
Yeah.
and then you get flooded with all the errors about left hook and throwing fits that, oh, you now have all these things not aligned.
Yeah, probably because the file that you copied it from was had the linting disabled.
Yep. So trying to just figure that out and not have GitLab bots throw a fit that I disabled a whole bunch of linting, or actually figure out how that linting works, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see if is this one failing? Failed.
I have a whole bunch of I made a bunch of changes on my local machine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
It would
this
not
is
let me push without a force, and I kind of gave up.
okay. So would you like to have a look at on your machine so that
Yep.
maybe fix it so you can push?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just pulling up the left hook. I'm trying to run the left hook right now
Okay.
to throw the error, and then I can share.
Okay, perfect.
Of course, it's running slow today.
No worries. Adding exclusions to Robocode to the file menu is discouraged. Okay. And is it because you're basically trying to
So it's complaining about context was one of the big ones. The bounded context.
Yeah, well, this is just a Robocode saying, hey, you shouldn't change this file, but it's not really a blocker. I mean, if it's needed. but you're adding emails admin RB, which is a brand new file.
All
Oh,
right.
bounded
So,
from-
do you mind letting me share?
Absolutely.
All right. So, I just finished running that RuboCop thing. It's
Okay.
inspecting this, and this is where it started yelling at me now. Is the prefer build stubbed over similar, and avoid create lists with more than 10 items,
Okay.
and name your test subject if you reference it explicitly.
Name
So,
your test subject. Okay. Okay, no expectation found in this example. Okay, so let's go one by one then.
okay.
So starting with that build.
Top one.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me open my editor.
So build stubs. I think it's just if you change create list to build stub, that might probably be enough. Let me have a look at how build stub is used. Okay. Oh, you can also use build stubbed list, it seems.
So like that.
One second. Project. Yeah, pretty much no. That's using factory bot. Why is it using factory bot manually?
That's a good question.
And that's, let me have a look, admin spec. The pass pack mailers email. Admin spec. Admin spec, is it a new file?
It is a new file.
Oh, okay. So okay, let's see if that
So
matter.
literally what I did is I copied the tests that it specified out from existing files
Yeah.
and moved it into the new file.
Okay. And that's complaining about the build. Okay, but we can probably avoid using factory bot because the build stub list that I sent you is it doesn't look like it's coming from factory bot. It's a generic method. And the build stubbed is pretty much similar, and it would basically change the factory bot.build with simply calling build stubbed.
So it should be build stubbed or build stubbed list.
The admins is build stubbed list because it's creating 12 admins.
Okay.
And the user is just build stubbed. What I want to have a look at is how is it creating admin. Okay, yeah, you can just use build stubbed admins and also user. Yes. if you want to avoid using left hook, you can just run Rubocop on that file.
That's not that, right? It'd be Rubocop
And the path to the file.
mailer/email/admin spec.rb, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Just to make sure, if you run that spec, does it still work? Probably the spec that you copied that code from was very old.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So what does the build stub do versus factory bot?
I think that build and build stubbed and build stubbed lists are only wrappers around factory bot. And probably they created these wrappers to do some kind of optimization. For example, the build stubbed, it optimizes even more than the normal build because running all the test suite for GitLab would take years otherwise. So they're trying to optimize the creation of entities as much as they can. Connection to server. Oh, GDK is not running probably. Yep.
Says it is.
Not the database. Postgres and Prefect is not running. Down. Postgres is still down. Oh, you have a struct. Were you in the middle of something? Because I see that you have structured the SQL with some changes.
I may have been in the middle of a GDK update or something. Let me
Okay.
switch my branch real quick and see if that helps any.
Yeah.
That's not good. Let me see what else is in my working tree. What's in this profile? Let me just stash all this. Really?
Postgres doesn't want to come up. But
Yeah.
even so, if let's fix the Robocop faders
Okay.
so that you can. How many changes did you make here in regard to the MR that you have up?
It's like 5 different files, I think.
Okay, because I would probably. How is it finding 2 changes? Okay. Because you were in the middle of a GDK update or something. I think it may have mangled a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I break it every week, so.
It happens. But yeah, if you want to, you could push this. Can you push these changes up to your branch?
It's what, -- no check?
Uh, skip. No verify.
No verify.
Are you trying to do git status? No, that's on the branch. Your branch is behind by 1 commit. Is
Yep,
behind?
that should be fine.
Okay.
I'm amending the previous commit.
Oh, okay.
But
Another git process seems to be running in this repository. Another editor.
yeah, it's the problem is VS Code.
Oh,
VS
okay.
is doing something. I don't know what it's doing.
Hmm.
There it goes.
Perfect.
And I'm pushing.
Yep. Oh, you probably you can also skip the verify on the push. Otherwise, it's going to complain for left hook.
Really, left hook?
Doesn't want you to push.
No, I canceled and it's still running everything.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, just give me back.
No
Tac,
verify.
no verify.
Yeah, and if you want to, you can also do -o. Oh, never mind.
What's -o do?
If you do -o, leave a space and then ci.skip, that's going to basically skip running the pipeline. If you know that's going to fail, you can already tell it not to run it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not an issue. It's just to. Okay, so let's see. It should take a couple of minutes before we see the changes. So, to fix it, I mean, to fix your GDK, you probably want to do a GDK update. But if you do it now,
it'll take forever.
yeah, we won't be able to fix Robocop. So let's fix, yeah, the remaining Robocop complaints.
Yeah. I figured out enough of troubleshooting JDK to actually be semi-useful with that, I think. But all right, so specs mailer admin spec, line 35. It sends notification only to maximum of 10 most recently active instance admins.
Yeah, that's complaining because it doesn't have any expectation inside of that it block.
Okay.
Should only email. Should only email? Where is that coming from? Because that's used in other places as well. And that has expect inside. That's probably an issue with Rubocop. I mean, should only email inside has a call to expect. But I think a Rubocop is not actually looking at the content of the methods that you are calling inside of that block. It's just checking, do we have at least one expect?
Okay.
That's my
in,
assumption.
in theory, this should be fine because this should only email has a expect in there. So as long as something in the test has an expect, that's in theory fine. But
Yes.
Rubocop just can't pick that up yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to have a look at where was it? Oh, by the way, your changes were just picked up by the DMR. So
Oh, okay.
Robocop to do. Let's see, Robocop to do. That's
All right.
in. Where is that? The failure that you are getting is no expectation example. No expectation. No expectation example. Yeah, there's a bunch of exclusions for that. Rather than adding it to the exclusions, I would probably prefer, but this is what I would do. Then we have to see what reviewers think. But basically disable the Rubocop only on that line.
Okay. So that would be something like at Rubocop disable, right?
Should be, but I think that you need to put it on line 35.
Okay. What's the syntax?
Yeah, I'm looking that. It's hashtag Rubocop space disable. Rubocop with the R. The R is not capital. Yes, exactly. Rubocop space disable. Then leave another space. And then you have the rule name, which should be rspec / no expectation example.
This right here, right?
Exactly.
So like that?
Without the column at the end. And you need to put that at the end of what's now line 36.
Oh, it goes on the end of a line. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And you are, I don't know if it's really required, but you're missing a space between the hash and the R of Robocop. Okay. Try like that. It should complain because you're not giving an explanation, but we can give it without too much issues, too many issues.
It's going to complain about that extra enter.
Probably. Okay, so empty lines, perfect.
that-
The extra
Oh, I gotta
space.
get rid of this too. It doesn't like that.
Yeah, and
No
uh,
expectation found in this example. It still yells at me for that.
why are you yelling? No expectations. Oh, I found another example. Okay, I'm going to send you the code. I found an example that's disabling exactly that.
Okay, so something like this, right?
That's
Oh,
exactly what I found.
all right. I'm just going to go ahead and copy the same thing.
Yeah. And I would, let me see the matcher. Okay, I would just tweak the comment instead of saying expectation in matcher, just say expectation inside should only email. Perfect.
All
And
right, so now we're down to name your test subject if you need to reference it explicitly.
yes, because subject. Uh,
Which I don't even know why just subject is right there. Is it even needed?
are you using it more than once?
I don't see it being used in this test at all.
Oh yeah. Then try to just put notification.new instance access request user instead of subject. Because
Uh,
that's
well,
basically when you have subject like that, it's basically executing the code inside of the subject block.
hold on, let me find. So where's the subject block?
Line
This right
28.
here.
Yep, exactly.
So just put this code here then.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Do I need to be worried because I don't see user?
user is it's the let it be on line 25.
Okay.
So you can remove line 28 because you're no longer using the subject. And Rubocop shouldn't be complaining anymore.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
no longer complaining.
So you can push these changes so that Rubocop is not complaining anymore. And you can either wait for the pipeline to pass, and in the meantime, update GDK and hope that it comes back to life.
No, I can just do I don't need to have a changelog trailer on this particular commit because my initial one already
Exactly.
had.
Yeah, you need only one commit per MR with the changelog trailer.
Okay. I should have done dash dash no verify.
And this way you're sure that it's not complaining.
Issues.
Oh, I just noticed something not good.
What is that?
I'll let you know. I'll DM you.
Okay.
Have I ever DM'd you? No. Okay.
Nope.
You're on Discord, right? Yeah, you are, of course. I just need to find you. Found you.
All right, let me stop sharing real quick. Oh. All right, I will go ahead. Thank you, Marco.
No worries, just to be safe. So that said, we still have a couple of minutes. If there's nothing else to have a look at, I'm going to quickly have a look at my MR. Okay, I'll share my screen once again. Or do you have any questions, Patty?
No question for today. Thank you, Marco. First time for me that I saw you in action. Really, very interesting. And yeah, also observe the way your pair programming is really inspiring.
Thank you. So let's have a quick look at my MR. It's just a matter of 5 minutes, really. So basically, last week, while Lee was showing his screen, I noticed one thing that kind of bugged me. And basically, let's just go to the, come on, GDK, play nicely.
You're asking a lot of it today.
So on the project members or group members page, you have the invite members of group or group. And this model right here was like this. So, no, this is the wrong one. Sorry. This is the right one. So basically, this maximum row selector had its helper text that was cut off too early, and it was leaving a lot of blank space, and I didn't really like it. So I tried to fix it, and now it looks like this. So you have the drop down, which is the right size, and the helper text that's basically spanning the whole model width. It's all good. I just had one final suggestion from their maintainer. Let's have a look at the changes that I made. Basically, I just removed some old classes from the outer container, so from the whole form input that was limiting the width to only half of the size of the model. Removing that, the input is now taking all the space, but doing so, the drop down was using the full width as well. So in order to have it have the same width of the expiration date input, we added the, sorry if I'm moving around too much, the GL form input MD class to the dropdown only. And I had the suggestion that basically is just saying we shouldn't really be using this class because it's kind of reserved for internal use for form inputs, and just use the GL max W30, which is the same thing, but is a utility class that we can use outside of components. So this is the current state with the GL max input MD. Let's go here. And we have, so removing this is going to go back to the full width, moving it to GL max W30. And that's the right size again. Just to make sure that it works on different breakpoints, and that's working perfectly. So now I'm just push this very small change. Push. That's okay. And that's done. Then I'm just going to let the reviewer know. Okay. Let's stop my screen share. Okay, so I don't have anything else to have a look at. If there's any questions, we can have a look. Otherwise, I would call it a day for today. Okay, so have a good rest of the week and see you next week then.
All
You
right.
too.
Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much.
No worries. Bye-bye.